Yo, what's up guys? It's Stricken, and in today's video, I'm doing an R6 Marketplace weapon skin showcase on the seasonal skin Skull Rain. Now, if you have been watching my channel for any amount of time, you would know that this skin has been on my wish list forever, and this is my dream skin, so I'm so happy that I was finally able to get it. It has been going for about 15,000 to 10,000 credits the last few months, but I was fortunate enough to be able to get it for 7,000, and it's already back up to 9,000. So I only anticipate the price of this weapon to go up, so I'm very grateful that I got it for the price I did. I currently have the white attachment skin on it and the Varsity Gaming Charm. I think the black and white combo looks super sick, so I'm going to be doing a weapon skin showcase on this skin. I'm going to be using it in game and in the shooting range so that you guys can see it on a couple different weapons and you can get an opinion on whether if you like it or not, if you want to buy it or not, if you want to sell it, stuff like that. So if you do enjoy this kind of content, please make sure you like, comment, and subscribe down below, as I do upload daily R6 Marketplace videos. I have 14 videos lined up for you guys in a row that are going to be absolutely amazing, so definitely stay tuned for the future of my channel, because the next 2 weeks I'm going to be uploading nothing but bangers. I appreciate all of the support, you guys. We're close to 2,000 subs. Sorry about the app sesh. With all of that out of the way, let's get into it. Well, you guys, I have been playing for about an hour since that last clip, and I am unable to just get any good games. I keep playing with people who are trolling or just having bad games, so I really think it'd be better to just show you guys in training grounds completely. So I'm going to be here in the training grounds showing you guys about 10 different weapons. I'm going to try and show some good ones and bad ones, like I said, so you guys can see whether or not you want to buy this skin. So starting off here, we do have the R4C. Now, like I said, I do have the Varsity Gaming Charm and the white attachment skin on it, so I do think this black and white combo looks super nice. The weapon skin looks super good in game. I was a little worried when I first bought it that it wasn't going to look as good in game that it did in the picture, but it does actually look super good. And yeah, personally, like I said, I think the R4C is the best weapon in the entire game for this skin, but there's definitely a lot of other good ones as well. So let's get on to the next one. Next up, we have the F2. Now, this is Twitch's primary gun, and while it does have a lot of recoil on it, I think this is the second best weapon that you can use this gun skin on. I think the skulls wrap around the F2 design really well, and I think that indent in the middle makes it pop even more. I don't know if you guys can really understand what I'm saying by that, but if you do agree with me, let me know down below. I think it looks amazing here on the F2. Like I said, I have the white attachment skin on it as well, and the Kickstar charm, so there's definitely a lot of variations you can do because it is a black and white skin, so it doesn't really contrast poorly with anything because of how neutral it is. So that is definitely one thing I really do like about this skin. But yeah, at number 2, we have the F2. Next up, we have the 552 Commando. Now, this is the primary weapon for Grim and IQ. I personally think this is the best weapon that either of those operators can run, and I think this weapon is super underrated. I think that the recoil on this weapon is super easy to control, as well as it just looks really nice with this weapon skin. I think the black and white is just undeniably clean, and I think that you can do a lot of different variations with it. So personally, I think this is the third best attacker weapon that you can use this gun skin on. I am going to go ahead and switch to defense after this, just because there's not really any other good attacker weapons that this gun skin looks good on. Now, if you guys want to go ahead and request any specific screenshots of what this weapon skin looks like on any specific gun, definitely comment them down below, as I can't get to every single one in this video. But yeah, at number 3 here, we have the 552 Commando for IQ and Grim. Next up, we have the shotgun for Mute, Sledge, Thatcher, Smoke, all those operators. So personally, I think that this weapon is super good with Skull Rain. I think that there's very few weapons that actually look amazing with Skull Rain, and in my opinion, this is one of them. Now, I am using the wrong sight on this, so it does look a little wonky, but if you have the holographic sight on this, I think it would look even better. Like I said, with the previous ones, I just have the white attachment skin on it and the Kickstar charm, but on the side of the weapon, you can really see all of the skulls, and I think that that's definitely the best feature of this skin, is when the player who's wielding it can actually see the skin. There's a lot of weapons in which you run this weapon skin and you can't see the design yourself. Kind of defeats the whole purpose of having it, in my opinion. So weapons that show the skin super clear like this, I definitely think are the best ones to run with stuff like this. But yeah, up next we have the shotgun for Mute. Smoke, Sledge, and Thatcher. Next up, we have the 416C, which is the primary weapon for Jaeger. Now, in my opinion, this is the best defender gun in the entire game for Skull Rain seasonal weapon skin. I think it looks super clean and the skulls just look amazing. I really like that there's a star in the mouth of the skull, which you can't really see yourself, but in the preview it's definitely very visible. I love the weapon skins that show off the skulls very clearly, like I said in the last clip. I think that this is definitely by far the best defender weapon, and Jaeger's gun has gotten a lot of hate over the last few years. It's definitely gone down how much people play Jaeger, so I think that running this on him definitely gives me a lot more desire, if you will, to play this operator, because Wamai, in my opinion, is definitely a better version of him. But yeah, for the 416C, I have the Varsity Gaming Charm and the white attachment skin, just like for a lot of other ones. So yeah, number one defender gun, we have the 416C. Next up, I want to show you guys some operators and weapons that this gun skin looks really bad on. Now, I think that the worst guns for seasonal skins like this and universal skins is by far LMGs, just because of how much metal is actually showing of the weapon that you're using. So as you can see, I have the Skull Rain weapon skin on, but it's very hard to see unless I reload my weapon, and even when I reload, you can still barely see it. So in my opinion, every LMG in the game looks absolutely terrible with Skull Rain, but by far Finka's is the worst. So any operator with this LMG, definitely stay away from the seasonal skins. And I personally, like I said, just think it looks really bad. You can't see any of the skulls. The design is really ugly, and it personally just doesn't look good. So do not use it on the LMGs. Next up, coming into Frost's weapon, I think it is the same situation as the last one, only a little bit better. It looks really bad on Frost's gun, in my opinion. You can't really make out any of the skulls that are on the weapon, so unless you know what this weapon skin is, you'll have no clue what you're actually looking at. And even when you reload, you can barely see any of the skulls. So in my opinion, Frost's gun is definitely a bad option for Skull Rain. I definitely love that there's many weapons that you can use this weapon skin on, but with that, there is going to be some bad ones. So yeah, we have Frost gun coming in at number 2 for the bad ones. Next, we have the P90, which, just like the last two, in my opinion, looks absolutely terrible. A lot of the metal is actually showing on the weapon, so all the gray metal on the side of the weapon just takes away from the overall aesthetic. Not to mention that you can barely see any of the skulls, and when you reload, you can't see any of them. So in my opinion, this is definitely by far one of the worst weapons to use, and I am going to be repeating myself a lot throughout this video. Even though we are towards the end, I definitely feel myself repeating myself a lot, so I do apologize for that. But yeah, for number 3 of the bad weapons, we have the P90. Next up, for the ugly weapons, we have the 417 DMR. Now, there are a couple DMRs in the game that you can actually use this weapon skin on, and just like the LMGs, they all look super bad, because as you can see on the weapon, the slide and the railing on the side and the top of the weapon is just metal, so it completely takes away from the overall aesthetic. Like I said for the last one, can't really make out any of the skulls on the side of the weapon, and it just looks really terrible. So in my opinion, the DMRs are almost, if not just as bad as the LMGs for the Skull Rain seasonal weapon skin. So if you do buy this skin, definitely go ahead and make sure you try them on a bunch of different weapons, because at first I was very disappointed with the outcome of how it looked on a bunch of weapons until I started playing around with it and finding weapons that I think it looked really good on. So this was a quick video just kind of showcasing what looks good, what looks bad, what attachment skins, charms, stuff like that. So I know that this video is a little bit late, and I do apologize. It took me a long time to try and get some good matches, and unfortunately I was unable to get some good clips, but I was able to show you guys what it looked like in the shooting rounds. So if you did enjoy this video, please make sure you leave a like down below, comment, subscribe, all of that good stuff. We are so close to 2,000 subscribers, and I am announcing my next giveaway at 2,000 subscribers, so I'm definitely excited about the giveaway. Thank you guys so much for all of the support. Thank you for watching this video. My name is Stricken. Peace.